paralyzed, paralyzed. Please don't tell me that I'm bad. You don't mind. Paralyzed, paralyzed. I'm lost now. I'm lost now. Paralyzed.
good morning or whatever time it is where you are.
Hello, folks. Good morning, or good evening, or good night, good day, good whatever it is in your time zone. Good morning, Lightning. Hope you're doing good down under. I think behind me here is conclusive evidence that this stuff that is outside of this chunk still very much does receive random ticks through this chunk loading setup. Because everything is very grown. I don't think there's a single one that isn't a fully grown cluster. So that's cool. I think what I want to do today, I spent basically the entire day on tech video. And then I went out running and I'm quite exhausted. I'm very much not back in form yet. And I am signed up for a race called Stockholm Winter Run in 2 weeks. This was a thing that was not, did not have me being sick for 2 months in the planning when I signed up for that. So I'm a little bit out of shape. But yeah, so as a result, I don't know that I want to go a grand adventure today, but I think we will try to finish this up and then maybe pick up another farm. So that, I think the first thing to do here is to figure out what do I want to do in terms of materials for this thing. I also need to, well, why have I left this here? Yeah, let's remove that. We need to set up the water dispensing system in the ceiling here. And we need to set up a collection system down at the bottom. Those are the sort of remaining pieces functionality wise. But then I will need a lot of materials for building this into something that kind of looks nice-ish. For no reason at all. But I'd like for it to look cool, because those things can look really cool. It's raining on Mindcrack. What a shock. One thing I was thinking about was why do I have calcite in there? We could build this out of calcite as one material. Because it's kind of cool to use. I'll put those away. Those two were from sales of the Silence trim. Very cool to use the materials that you get from the thing. The last one I built, well, in the hardcore world, it doesn't have any theme at all. I don't think I decorated it. Or maybe I did. The one on Legacy was very dark in color. So maybe these are cool. Probably want a glass ceiling so you can kind of look into it. Another version would be to just have a glass all around it, I guess, so you can see stuff flying. Where's my... Where in the... There, okay. These... It is an amethyst farm, so these, in case, you know, it would be nice with some, like, dark purple or something like that for it. I'm not sure what that would be, though. Bulk is not solid enough, I think. Wait, I've got 17 echo shards here? You make one more then, okay, whatever. Blue terracotta. I'm not sure I like that, but... At least I feel like we need something quite dark. How long are you streaming for today? I'm not sure. Like I said at the very beginning there, I am quite tired today. Ooh. I always love myself some warped stems. They're always a good color. I will try not to go too long, but you know.
Yay.
That always depends. I might go 3 hours or something rather than 4 or 5 today. This needs something else too, though. Maybe a frog light can be kind of the light source for this thing. What am I building? I am picking up materials for the decoration of the amethyst farm. See, the problem is this would just look better with a dark material here. Right? Hello? Okay. Let me just like grab a bunch of random stuff and try it out. Like basalt is would be kind of cool because it has a connection to it, but I'm not sure. Deep slate tiles are always cool. We also have the immovable blocks to contend with. Could use crying obsidian for that. Why do I have these in here? That doesn't make sense, I think. That chest is so stupid. Where? There's more. Okay, so there's more skulk in here. That's why I'm being confused. I've put skulk in 2 different places. I actually do have enough for 2 more. Okay, cool. But that is not what I was looking for. This. Okay, finally. All right. I'm not sure how well those fit together. I feel like crying obsidian fits reasonably well. No, definitely not blackstone. Unless polished blackstone. Not sure. What about... This looks much more gray. But that could be a thing to combine in there. The other thing would be polished or maybe tiled deep slate. It's a very similar color. Could use both. What if we don't do any of those? What if we just make it a really... I don't mind that. And then we use these as the immovable blocks. And this type of stuff for the rest of the walls. I always end up with dark. Always end up with dark. Maybe. So how would this look next to it? It doesn't look terrible. What if this was the floor? There's going to be water across the floor, but I think that could work. Okay, so it's deep slate, basalt, the pearlescent froglites, crying obsidian, and calcite. Let's do it. Can only lurk for a bit today, but hope you have a great time and come up with something fitting for the farm. Thank you. And thanks for hanging around while you can. Let's get rid of this rain. Chat or my microphone? Does he have his microphone so that he can't see part of his screen? That seems dangerous. And I think I will stick with the glass as the ceiling. I have no idea how many I'll need. The nice part here is that it's very easy to get back up here. So I can't fit all the warped wood in here. Or not warped, pale wood in here. So I guess that's why I have a bunch in here. Probably need How large is that plate? I guess I'll take 2. Oh no, okay, found it right away. I was about to say now I need to find the blackstone again to put it away. Don't need the terracotta. Although it is. Let's not. And then grab a few stacks of basalt. I'm making a mess of the storage. And then a couple deep slate. One thing I had in my other in the legacy SMP version of this was the floor was deep slate, not cobble deep slate, because deep slate is directional, and so you can put it in and get kind of patterns, which is pretty cool. I guess what I should do is do the floor first. Could have brought. What do I want here? There is the chunk loader stuff here, but also all my access is on this side. So I probably want the output of this thing here. I might, or do I? How far is this chunk? Oh, this way far over here. So I could make like a bubble column up here and just collect stuff up there. That would be doable. I don't know where this pops up. This is behind the farm, I think. Let's see if I can see that on a map. Oh no, it's to the side of it. I don't hate that. Like, it would... It speaks a little bit against all the decoration here because, I mean, if I make this so convenient I never have to go down here, we won't see it. But I guess we can still see it on in a video. Okay. So I think what I'm concluding is we push all the items over here. Let me see what the directions are on the map. Yeah, I think I'd like the exit to be like out this corner. That kind of up there somewhere is the main part of my base. And like up there is the farm stack. Okay, so what that means is take away this entire layer and yes, great. So helpful. That can be there, I guess. Oh boy. And I guess this is the level it's supposed to be. Let's jump out across the hopper clock, because that's how you do things. Is there a reason to lower this floor? Like, there is a gap between here now, but there will be water here. Is there a risk that the water will push things up into these? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's, oopsie. Okay, I guess we'll remove all of these then again. That's so annoying. Alright. Let's jump out over the hopper clock. I love how the hopper clock is now turned into like a walkway for me. If in doubt, lower is safer. Well, I mean, that's true. But it also is just larger. Well, I mean, you have a point there. Maybe we just lower it by 1 just because why not? And if I'm going to lower it by 1, now is the time to do it. You know what? Let's just do this. And I need to figure out where to put lights also so that the thing looks reasonably lit up, even in the floor. I don't think I want lights in the floor. Oh man, this is so close to the portal chunk loader over there. Should be fine. That's actually a really good reason to be... Okay, that's actually the wall. To be pushing things the other direction. This is a little annoying. I guess I can do this for now. Oh my god, that is so dark. Definitely need some lighting, like at the bottom. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 across. So there is a center point. It would be here. Maybe put a light in the center point. Do that. And then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, never mind. Let's try to count the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, we can't have that, can we? If I move the wall back by 1, then this piston is now outside the wall, which is just kind of good. Okay, so we want the new wall to be here. Just for aesthetics, to make the room square. And I'm going to just put up like a line of blocks here just so we know where it is. Okay, hello. Random 1 block gap. The most important reason, totally. Is this a guy in YouTube chat? So I feel like that is a thing that has a tendency to happen more with YouTube than it does with Twitch. Which is like... Really? Okay. Oh, and I brought a bunch of echo shards. That's great. And one iron. But like somebody shows up and is like, it's really important that you answer my question. What's your shoe size? What? And I don't know if it's like I want interaction or what it is, but it's very interesting. Like it's always the question is either deeply inappropriate and you're definitely not getting an answer, or it's like that's already public information, just go look it up. Hey, it's a sleeping alley. I'll let you guess which category this question is. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that means this is the center point of the wall here. We can do this. And the same thing over here. That lights up stuff properly. I mean, there's going to be water here, but it still lights up stuff properly. So that is 6, 7. 6, 7. And then what is going to need to happen is this is going to need to drop. I need this. How have I... Oh, yeah. I get it. I was like, how did I lose my my water bucket? But I was in JoJo's event. 1 is good enough for now. So that... Because if I put another here, then it doesn't go further. So, oops. So we wanted to go down by 1 here. What is your shoe size? Thank you. Who's that? Octogen in YouTube chat? This is a bit of an interesting thing to try to decorate also, because it's obviously, well, we don't necessarily need it to happen there because this room is not large enough. I could do it on the center line. Okay, I guess I should be grabbing a shulker to put all this stuff in. Put away some of this material for now. Oh, I brought a bunch of dark oak logs that I never even tested if they would look good. Shoe size is vital information. I suppose I should be putting this thing here. Even though it won't be on floor level, it's on the same actual level as the rest of those. I think I will do this. And we drop it here next to these. So it becomes half the room, even though it's, you know, it's not half because it's one block that's on the center, but whatever. Shoe size. Can't believe this stream turned this intimate so quickly. That's tier 4 subscriber kind of stuff. Actually, I'm gonna do one more because I just realized what we need here is this to go down even one more step. The tier 4 is basically tier 3 plus Patreon or YouTube, right? Myth, what are you trying to get at here? Tier 4 is probably just OnlyFans, to be honest, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. And over here. And I suppose now we're exposing a layer that's like under the floor, so I guess this is calcite as well. So say I like your shaders. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this pack as well. What do we do with this? Like the stuff that is going to be sort of under the floor level, I guess is a question here. Also need something that holds the water back here. Either signs or fence gates or something. Or I guess I could have a line of glow like in here. That would be kind of nice. Okay, so usually what tends to look quite good is if you have lights like this, then you use them as kind of the center point of a pattern. I need more polished basalt, but like this. And maybe this goes all the way around, actually. We're gonna need way more of this. I feel like this is gonna need something more, but we'll start with this. You heard it in your chat. Lime OnlyFans coming soon. Oh, did I drop a block in there? I mean, it all depends on how desperate you are for my shoe size, right? That's actually not all that bad.
Yay.
This needs to go up like this too. And then this. Well, the frog lights are directional, right? So they have this thing going left to right now. Since they're now in the center of a kind of cross shape, it might make more sense to do that. Although I do like the kind of horizontal pattern on them. What's the best? Is this the best or is that the best? Guess we should look at that one where we have this. I think I like this one more. Hey, Albinton. I think I favor that one. I don't think I have enough glow lichen for this. I have to pick like one of them and just grow it, I think. I mean, I guess it makes sense to do this also then. If I set it up so that the center of the room is where things drop. Because then here would be the thing that has glow lichen across it. Oops. I mean, I guess that's a thing we could do also. Oh, hate that. Although it becomes quite tight. Let's set up a section here that's like more or less complete. So look like this. And then what I'm thinking is the thing we put in between is the polished version of Deep Slate. But I'm not sure how that will look with 4 of them. Let's do a silly thing and try with the directional Deep Slate thing. Right. If you, let's put it against there. Nah. It needs more like borders, I think. Which we had from these, but then becomes Deep Slate bricks. I don't think so. Tiles might work, but we'll try. Might as well try these on the way there. I mean, it's not terrible. Please do not beg for shoutouts. The stone brick is going away. I actually... Thank you, Jen. I actually like the bricks better. Did not expect to, but I did. Kind of think I might want to go grab some tough. Unless I mine some here. No. I'm going to grab some tough and try how tough bricks look. I've built myself into a corner. Cannot get out. You like the first ones? Like the polished? You can try polished tough and tough bricks also. Tough bricks are... They have more of a sense of depth to their texture. You could also try the polished blacks. Then I guess the color there is a little different. Where did I have my tough? Is it in my here? No. Is it in here? No. I'm sure I have some tough somewhere. Excuse the chest craziness for a little bit here. I'm sure I have these. They're not here. I mean, mud bricks would be an option. They're quite weird for that though. I ended up with 2 calcite spare. Wow. Surely I cannot have 0 tufts. I'm sure I have some tufts somewhere. There, finally. There's also these, I guess, but they wouldn't, maybe unlikely to look good on that type of thing. Are you finding it tough to find the tough? I see what you did there. Also could just be a plain color like cyan terracotta. I was trying these out. Could also use a concrete, I suppose. Now I've just filled my inventory with stuff. So let's go try it out. Figure out what to leave behind for later. I mean, this also is not terrible. I can't even pick them up anymore. Oops. The green hue on this does not fit. It really does not. Which makes me think that this also will not fit. I find it really hard to think that I will like that, actually. So we will just put those away. I'm not going to convert any more stuff when it comes to tough. Let's try the cyan terracotta just for the sake of it. Nah. What about the blue? I like that more, but honestly, I still think the deep slate stuff is the best. So then the question is, polished or bricks? Actually think I like bricks the best in this case. I've not settled on a trim now. I've done nothing in terms of survival today. All I've done is make the tech video, and it's taken all day. And I guess we could play with that on stream, but that's then going to be just a stream of a web browser, which is maybe awkward. One more here. Boop. Give me those. Nice, but I can't. Give me some trash block. This fits, I guess. It's not really trash block, but no. Oh, I need to. I have. There's redstone out here. I can't. Yeah. Can't just put something there to place against. There we go. That was a thing. This is like a 2x2. I think I need to make it a 2x2 pattern now. Like, I think it's gonna be unlikely to work if I just keep going in pillars. I suppose we could try that, but am I out? I'm gonna need so much more basalt. It turned into a much more central block in the design than I thought it would. And this, I think honestly I'm going to very likely need to go and pick up a lot more of all of the blocks I'm using here. So that is all of the kind of pillar sections done. Almost. Oh, did that have redstone on it? That might have had redstone on it. Yeah, this is like a parkour course combined with the building site here. I can't get out. Okay, there's no connection to that side. I think I built it away when I extended the farm by 1 block there. Run around. So this... Yep, there totally was... Oh, there was a repeater. It was not redstone. Okay. Okay. This is lit. Yeah, this seems well enough lit. Alright, folks. We are a little early for this, but I am going to need to take my first break here. So I'll be chilling in a corner, and there will be ads playing. Sorry about that. I need to play the ads because otherwise Twitch will anyway. And if you don't want them, you can sub to the channel on Twitch or use Twitch Turbo, and we'll play some fun clips instead. And we'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes. See you soon, folks. Grab some snacks, fill up your drinks, and we'll be right back. I can get a bunch of iron, maybe? That's pretty much the only thing I can get from this, I think. Well, but... Whoa! Oh. I feel like that is being punished for my greed instantly. I'm like, I don't really need this, but I guess I'll go. I just loot it real quick. Nah, you don't. You don't, mate. Should I tunnel somewhere? Might not be the worst idea. Like, I really want to get out so I can barter these. I have a really good bartering situation now. Oh! What? What is it with the gas right around my backside? It's the same as happened last time. What in the world? To my benefit, I actually did manage to hold up the shield, but holy crap. What do I even do about that? I'm finding a bunch in the ceiling.
We need 8 more. 8 more.
I got 8 here.
Yeah, this is done. This is done.
Who's going to get the winning one?
I got one in
one
bunch in
I got 5 now, so just 3 left. There we go.
Yeah,
boys! Check it out.
Oh, 61.
One ahead. One ahead.
Oh, that's it. We've done it all, right? No more advancements.
Yeah, there's no more advancements.
Well, they can still catch up if they get more.
Okay.
So
Join their server.
do we now taunt them in chat to distract them? Is that our best use of resources?
Why are you all like leaving now? Come on. I just want to milk you. I promise. I mean, also maybe you know, never mind. It'd be helpful if if these cows had leather, though. Where'd the rest of them go? Cocoa bean up here. Come on. 3 cows, 9 steak, no leather. 4 cows, 12 steak, no leather. Oh my god, what? 5 cows, 14 steak, no leather. What do we got here? Not much by the looks of things, but Surface coal. Oh, yikes.
Here is your Minecraft refund. Also, please check in with HR on Monday.
Oh, thank you, Mojang, for the dono. Refund, I mean. Fantastic. Thank you. What just happened? Random drops. Break things. Break all the things. Oh, diamond block. Shulk box. Bucket, which I wanted. Flushing all these things away, great.
Think about it.
I don't want the gold helmet. Oh my god, what does that mean? No. No.
Yes, slime, please create many entities around you.
No. No. Oh my You're so mean, chat.
We're sorry.
No, you're not. Oh, no. What is bro doing? Okay, good. Good talk.
I'm not gonna ask permission for this, okay? But I hope everything is okay.
Well, so it's up to you now.
Okay,
I'm just a passenger on this journey. You get to go ahead and start working on completing this game. Yep, any moment now.
I'm going to.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally going to carry you through this playthrough.
It's a literal carry. Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna drop you into that horse.
Yep,
there we go.
Or into the hole. I don't know. Plus all the things that 8-year-olds want. It's the toilet update. It's gonna have a poop. Jesus, this tunnel is long now. And I've dug it this long because cod dice? Why was there cod that died? Cod hurts? Cod dies? Drown swims. I have decided we should go the other way. What shaders? Silzer's vibrant volumetric lightning extreme version. Another reason I like BSL, because you say BSL. Not like the amazing Mega Pack Extreme Ultra with all the bells and whistles.
Your cape is going right through my neck.
Sorry, too much of a rush to stop. You'll just have to. I know it's uncomfortable, but you know that's how it goes with Lime's taxi boat.
Yeah, if you stop suddenly, I'm gonna get decapitated.
Yeah, not where my mindset is at right now.
Half-hearted mode.
Again?
No.
Put it in half-hearted mode.
No.
There were two voices saying that there. It's 2 against 1, Myth. Sorry.
Well, it was also me saying no.
Thank you.
Just saying.
You don't count.
Apparently. Who am I to talk about my stream?
Yeah, I don't know. Who do you think you are?
The viewers decide, that's obvious, right?
You think you are, Mrs. Streamer? Think you're like the streamer or something?
I want to talk to the manager of the stream.
Alright, Karen to space. You all just died. A bit.
I think they are still dying.
Oh, good.
Okay, now we can go die in peace.
Beautiful.
Hi, cow. We will honor your memory always. Whee! I'm sorry. I need to remove body pieces from you so I can sleep in them. Sweet dreams. All right, sorry about that, folks. At the slight risk of TMI, I'm having a little bit of a IBS issue. So we might need to. I will try to keep going, but I might need more frequent breaks today than normal. So I guess what's going to happen here is I'm going to get up to this height, and then I'm going to need to do something else. So I guess we'll just get to that height with everything in the same pattern first, and then figure out where we go from there. How many of these I'm going to need? Who knows? Oh yeah, I also need to... Yes. This should also be another one of these then. And the idea, by the way, is this is a hole that goes through, and then behind that is a bubble column. I think that should work. I'm feeling a little bit unsure about this, to be honest. Another thing we could do, which might be nice, is this. Reasonable behavior from that. Can't pick it up. Stupid. Give me that. So these go in a cross pattern. I think I like that. Yo. Was that Azirod? Zyrod? Not sure how to say that, but thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a fantastic stream today. Welcome in, folks. And welcome to Mindcrack SMP, where we are currently kind of decorating the walls of my amethyst farm, which looks like a thing. Which is it's kind of, it's nice and it's not, but like this geo just had so few budding amethysts. It was like half of it was not even amethyst blocks at all, which made it was really meant it was really fast to set up the farm, but also meant I'm not going to get that much from it. The nice part about this is this, I didn't know about this when I started, but it's right underneath my other stack, my stack of farms in a chunk, which is chunk loaded. So this is just accidentally also chunk loaded. So hopefully that means I'm just going to get lots. Something like that. I don't know what I'll do in there. We'll figure that out later. Don't worry about pronunciation. I didn't think that English native speakers would struggle with it, but everyone does. Well, English is not my mother tongue, but it's also like you don't know, even if you could pronounce it, sometimes you just don't know like which language to try, which type of language. That doesn't also seem like, that name doesn't like give me a, oh, I should try this type of pronunciation, you know? Okay, well, I guess we try this out. French. That is not one of the languages at which I excel. It might, like, I would certainly try it differently, I think. Although I'm not quite sure how, but knowing that certainly you know, at least gives some better chance at figuring it out. So what I'm thinking is we do that back. Now I can't even get back up. We try this, and then these go across like that. Can I do that? Yeah, that becomes the right direction. And I put this off by 1. Great. Good work. There. See a mythical cucumber? Or did you say bye to... Well, I still don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, fully understand that you need to go after streaming. That is just a quite common thing. No, this is supposed to be a frog light. I got there. It was a little slow, but I got there. I like that. I like that pattern. I think it's cool. Still have the issue up here to figure out, but that is fine. Maybe we work through this like layer by layer, or do I want to yeah, let's do that. Probably, honestly, should tear down this entire wall first. I guess I do know that these up here, so we're basically just replacing the red glazed terracotta with crying obsidian. It has to be a block that is not like sticky, that doesn't stick to the slime and stuff here. And that is like either obsidian blocks or basically the glazed terracotta blocks. There are some newer blocks that do it too, right? But yeah, these are the ones that kind of fit best with the theme we had. There may be like gray glazed terracotta or something. Any tile entity. That's true. Although I feel like making this heavier just by adding tile entities is probably not the play. Given that I am chunk loading stuff. That be very careful to not accidentally break some of these slime blocks. They break so quickly. There. Bye. It's flying. Yeah, I started out going like, I want some like dark purple kind of color scheme for this. That looks wacky with the slime block and this shader. Wow. But then I ended up with mostly kind of gray through a bunch of experimentation. So it's kind of nice to have the element of kind of purplish left here. Did I get all of them here? I think so. There's also some on this wall and stuff. I guess we sort these now. Hold on. Give me a moment to think about something. I just got a message that I need to reply to. All right, this was 2 next to each other. That, this, and then these 2. I think, yeah, we have some here, but these are just gonna go away because we're moving this wall back to here. So I guess what needs to happen here is the redstone wire needs to move back by 1. And then it goes through the wall, which, okay, this is going to be a frog light, and then this is going to go sideways like this. I do not know if this was like perfect. I don't think it was. I think we have space. Let's see if I have my redstone shulker or if it's placed up top. It's here. Great. The big question I'm trying to answer is, do I need a repeater here or not? But I think the answer is no. Did I wash away a bunch of torches? Yes, of course I did. Yeah, boy. Not that it matters hugely, because now I have frog lights everywhere, but still. Oh, one here too. This one certainly doesn't matter. Right next to a frog light. Alright, try that again then. So that goes there now. And then because there's this piston in front, we're not going to see that there's a gap in the wall. Now we can remove all of this stuff. Cool. So I think we're now in state where we can remove all of the old wall that isn't in this decoration. The temporary stuff. Be good. Whatever this block is on. Oh, I did replace that already. Nice. This feels like it's turning out nice. Cool. Oh, apparently running out of those. I think I have another like 1 round of deep slate in my shulker, but then we're probably out. Hi, Bat. Do not. Tear down this from up here, I think. Murder. Is it a murder of bats? I don't know. Bat just wanted to help. That is just not a thing. Okay, here's another one that has a repeater on top of it. Oop. This there. And then on top of here, we need to go across, I think. Yeah, this is the next layer. It's supposed to have like that. Oh, what's this then? Also supposed to be bricks. And then put you back. And these. Yeah, okay. No idea, but we'll leave it like that. Okay, there. Well done. Okay, so now we have it all up to this level. Need to go very high on this. But the question is, should I... Well, it's not really a question. It's definitely known. I should set up all of the collection and stuff beforehand. Suppose this is supposed to be that. Now, the question is, what is up here? Will I just completely run into some garbage up here and be in all kinds of hurt? It's absolutely possible. We do this? Probably. So the things go under here. This needs to be a soul sand and then bubble column up. Probably we just go find these coordinates on the top and then dig down. Maybe we'll even do that, although there's no way I'm gonna fall into it. It's fine. Probably do that first. Also need to go up and fetch a soul sand. Yep. Anyway, so it's fine. So 1 block of soul sand, a bunch of kelp probably. And then figure out where that block is. Which is there. And we need to go down to 3. Like Legacy, I had like a soul sand bunch in my redstone box. It's not entirely stupid, actually. Should be enough. Okay. 33913703. Toss out my sword. Great. It should be to the left of the farm here, I believe. Three, 9. Oh wow, it's right. And then 703. Cool. Nice. So it's not at all like unreachable. Hopefully we don't want to run into something stupid on the way. We'll find out. I see nothing. Same as you, I guess. Oh. Okay, of course we're going to flood into the farm that way because it's not... Oh yeah, that worked out reasonably. Put that down there. Definitely will want that in the way. So much stuff. Shouldn't need more crying obsidians. We can put that away. 1 calcite left. Oop. Did not mean to take that away. Try to fix this before I make this into an actual bubble column, because then it will go very fast up. What do we make that of? I guess 1 wall is just the wall of the farm. I guess I don't care about the others. They can just be stone or whatever. Yeah, should be fine. There. Oop. It's gonna spread even more if I make this into actual. Hold on. This is the wrong way around now, but that's fine for the moment. I kind of need to finish the wall correctly above here, I guess. Specifically this column of blocks. Which is a little tricky. But we'll do this, I think. So I have something to place against there. This is supposed to be that. Go sideways. Maybe it's not that bad. Hi, Sterizo. What's happening? I mean, we can always rebuild this. I don't even know if it's supposed to go all the way up. Probably not, but we can always rebuild it. We'll do that. That should contain it. It does. Okay. But before that goes away, we'll do this. Oh yeah, I guess I also need to make the sort of capture system up here. Okay, that is, now we're into stuff that was water all along. I guess for now though, we can ignore that part. Swim down properly. Okay. Fine, we'll do it. Whee! It's contained until you dig into it later. Natural materials walls. Yeah, that's fine. Well, we'll keep some surprises for future me, and it'll just mean good content, right? I need to run all the way back down the other way. Do I need anything else? I have access to buckets and stuff from my ender. I think it should be fine. We will need to set up the long period hopper clock after this, when we have all the, like, that's the final piece of wiring this needs. It's just a manual switch right now. But everything else should be fine down here. I think at this point we are good to put up the actual water down here. And I have those in here. Just need 2. Oh yeah, I'm actually a perfect player. I just do stuff for content, you know? Can I do this? No, I cannot because of the spread. That's a little annoying. I could use this for a moment though. Oh yeah, I need glow like in here too. I probably want to do that first. I don't know if the water will mess itself up in some way that is non-recoverable. It is not at all impossible. Do I have glow lichen? I have some. Don't know how much, but I also have infinite amounts of bone meal. It would be in one of these. Wait, surely I have some. Am I blind? This would have been a really nice place to put him. I definitely have lily pads in 2 of these. Did I put them somewhere else? I have Skulk, I suppose. Not enough. Although Skulk might have been a nice thing to do that with. Skulk waterloggable? I think it is, right? Okay, apparently not. Where do I have... in here? Yes. Ice for bubble elevator? I mean, the bubble elevator is already done. And I guess some bone meal would be good. Too bad. Fine. Do I have like bone meal here? I do. I don't know how much I need. Shouldn't need more than that. Alright. There should be some glow lichen down here. So you can just nab one of them and then look, it's all over the place. Oh, conveniently right here. Okay, somehow did not get that in the right place. Game be trolling. Just washed away. Game. Seriously. Oh my god. Did it fall? No. It doesn't look like it's gone down here. Okay. Alright. I have one repeater and I think a couple of redstone got washed away. I mean, this looks like it's just been connected like that. And it was coming here. What? There. This repeater 100% got washed away. Where was it? Oh, I think it was... This wasn't there, actually. It looked like this. That's what it was. Well, that was fun. Did not expect that. Got enough of them now. There. And one to spare. Let's try that again. Doesn't the water from the bubble elevator run out the wrong way? That's true. I see. So you're saying have ice here. I might have had ice on this part, on the other one I built. That's true. They probably need an ice block and some... Well, I guess. The last one of these. Okay, let's... That's a good point. Let's go up and get some redstone on stream. What could be wrong? It's more redstone in the water stream at this point. Do I have ice? Actually, I do. The blue ice, packed ice. Functionally, doesn't really matter. The blue one. I mean, the rest of the floor is actually white, not blue. So maybe packed is closer. You know, let's just put some stuff away. Wow. Huh? Oh, it was here. Okay, that's fine. And the terracotta can go back in there. Cool. Down we go again. At least it's close. But yeah, if we wanted to move fast, then I guess we should replace this entire piece to here with ice, probably. Auto jumping a bit. Nice. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the rain. Rain? I mean, it's topical. Mindcrack. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a fantastic stream today. Speaking is apparently hard. Yeah, that's fine. My tail looking weird. That's how it goes. I mean, it's got to be that, right? The joke started out as like, hey, Minecraft's looking weird today, so it's got to have the opposite now. All right. Somebody asked, yes, we're doing an amethyst farm. Mostly decorating it, to be honest, right at this moment. But I've come far enough to need to set up the water all of down here because I will basically not be able to reach it after this. Three more. Purpose of lichen? This is holding back the water. So because it's a waterloggable block, it doesn't get flowing water going into it. So this is preventing this from just being a mess and actually flowing that way instead. There we go. That should be enough. So you can see how this ends here and the same way that ends there. So that prevents the water from the bubble column there from flowing back out here and like stopping the items. I ended up with one less. That's okay, I guess. Let's climb out here. That is... Never mind. Let's try that again. These blocks, please. There we go. All right. Well, I'm just gonna do the rest of the thing. I do not have a lot of these blocks left, though. Basalt, cobble deep slate. Well, it'll last for a while. I don't think it's enough, but it'll last for a good while here. Oh, it's a cat scam. How could she? Okay. And these are annoying because I need to put this sideways. There. That side is all done. This far side is not. Can I get around here? Oh, this isn't done either. This is supposed to be what? It's a little hard to remember in the middle of all of the other redstone from stuff out here. I guess this is the driver stuff, so it's technically the same. That's correct. This goes over here. That's a frog light. Continue with these, that, and then we're on to here. Cool. Give me those. Oh, okay. Suddenly, stuff in the wall. All right, so now we have the entire thing built up to this level. Could make it easier to keep going. If you have some like particular reason why I should check out something, then I guess probably joining the Discord and trying to discuss it there is likely the best way. But like, keep in mind, there's going to be so many others who would want exactly the same thing. So you probably should be prepared to answer why is your case special. This is my design. This is the thing that I did first on Legacy SMP Season 2, but that one had a lot more amethyst in it. So this one is a little sad, but it's still the same concept. I'm sure it's also not uniquely mine. Like it's not a super complicated thing to figure out to do, right? It's just, you know, wire up a bunch of pistons, to be completely honest. That's the entire thing. High-tech redstone. Curious, I've not seen your process. Do you follow designs fairly rigorously? Do you build a farm as they come to you? I try to make my own designs, I guess. I try to learn. One of the enjoyable parts of the game to me is figuring stuff out. Sometimes I will build other people's designs for sure, or use other people's components. But you know, people will go like, why don't you just use Little Mango's farm or whatever? And I'm like, well, I'm not necessarily playing this game to follow guides on putting down block by block stuff, right? That isn't a thing that is enjoyable to me. I'll grab more stone. We can put these away instead. Which isn't, notably, isn't saying you shouldn't play that way, right? I think there is no wrong way to play this game. Just play whatever way you like. But I certainly would encourage more people to actually play with mechanics rather than just copying stuff. Even if it means you don't get the 4,000 items per hour or whatever it is, the silly rate. Like, you don't need those rates. It's fine. Now stuff is getting hairy because now we're in a mix of these. This obviously is going up here, which I guess means these are all supposed to be that. Here's some stone bricks left over. This is the redstone driver circuit. Let's not remove that. Oh, and I can't fit here. Okay, cool. Remove these. I have no idea where we are in the pattern here, though. My redstone is limited to minecart go wee. That sounds like a fantastic state for redstone to be in, to be honest. You can't see here because... Okay, so this certainly is supposed to be like that. But I'm not sure if I've missed some part in this wall because there's a lot of stuff in the way. This looks correct. It also seems to indicate that there should be... Across the top here should be one of these. Nice. Yesterday I got that on stream. Went out hunting for it. So hold on. This is here, 2x2. This is here. So this actually is... That actually is the wrong block. This is supposed to be one of the pillars. And that's supposed to be one of the pillars. That is the somewhat confusing part of this. I think I got that into place now. Obviously, with all of the crying obsidian and stuff there, it's harder to see the pattern, but it's fine. As long as we come out of it in a consistent manner, it should be fine. This. Let's do that. That's supposed to be one of those, yes. Buy that block. This should be a froglight then. And these two should be these. That looks right. Designing and pre-building farms in creative and then building them in survival is quite fun. Yeah. That is exactly what I've done with a number of things. Like this is I've just built here because it's, you know, a farm design that is adapted to where these blocks ended up being. In fact, we did this live on stream yesterday. But for instance, there is a farm that I built for the next YouTube episode, and that is absolutely 100% a farm that I did in creative first because it's quite a dangerous farm. If something goes wrong, which nothing totally went wrong when I built it. But still like to just kind of construct things myself. That also is a good example because in that I used other people's components. Okay. Hold on. Froglight. That farm contains like pieces that other people have designed. It's just the whole farm is mine, right? No, not there. Bad block. I think I've also, I've started building up more. Maybe that's fine. Why did my smartwatch just disconnect from my phone? My phone is dead. I had tons of battery life left. Why are you dead? Did you just decide to update the OS or something? Okay. Well, good thing I'm not expecting messages from somebody or something. Like, I think also, like, redstone seems very intimidating. But honestly, you don't need to start trying to understand all of it at once. Like, you can easily just start with something simple and do very silly things. So you can just do a lot of redstone wires and then use some pistons to push some blocks, right? It's fine. Like, you don't have to do the most complicated setups first. You don't, like, yes, those are really intimidating. Just ignore them. So maybe grab 2 more basalt and 2 more cobble deep slate. And then over time you understand things. I like the stuff that the best redstoners do. I do not follow. I could not build those things, but I also don't have to. You know? You don't have to be the best in the world to enjoy being, building something with your hands, like doing carpentry. Why would you need to be the best in the world to enjoy redstone? But it's this thing, like, because a lot of YouTubers will go like, I built this thing and it does like 4 bazillion items an hour. And you go like, oh, that seems very impressive. I need to do the same. You really don't. It's fine. You can just make a thing that gives you enough. Maybe you have to AFK a little longer. Who cares? None of the farms I've made here are particularly efficient, except my moss farms, maybe. They're overflowing my storage of bone blocks now. And they are not advanced in terms of redstone, for sure. This 1, 2. This again, I guess. Oh, low blocks in the way. Oh, are these falling in here now? I think I might have tossed a block away to the surface. I'm gonna have to clear away more of this because we need to get all the way up there, and then I need to be able to walk on top of it. I need. The last step of this is gonna be putting a bunch of dispensers up there with water. So that is absolutely gonna have to go. I think I'll need probably 2, 3 more. Oh yeah, that's redstone. That's fine. That's empty. Cool. Getting somewhere. Connected. Phone's still off. How is my watch now connected to my phone when it's still off? What is going on? I'm quite happy with how this pattern turned out. It's not a farm, but I have a massive thing built up in creative already. That is gonna. I thought I was gonna make it into my next episode, but that thing is taking too long, so I'm gonna have to delay that part until the episode after, so that I can get an episode of Mindcrack out soon. I guess we're missing one of these in between. Yeah. Soft powering and hard powering is a bit confusing. quasi-connectivity is just the bane of everybody's everything. I think the Redstone like subreddit has some like counter for days since somebody was last confused by quasi-connectivity, and it's like always at 0. Okay. We do one more. Then we're up here, which is just above. And then we have a line across. And I need to not touch these because we need, you know, they can't get stuck to the ceiling. So I guess we do a whole other, yeah, we're going to need to do, yeah, I'm going to need to get rid of a whole lot of ceiling here. That's fine. Not a fan of quasi-connectivity despite mostly understanding it. I think that goes for a good amount of people. The thing is, quasi-connectivity is one of those things, like it compacts a lot of designs a lot because, well, it tends to happen, right? When you can make stuff more complex by using complex mechanics of individual blocks, then you have something that is both harder to understand and more efficient. And those two properties of the thing are totally linked. Like, they depend on each other. These are all going to fall down and go flying up to the surface in my bubble column. I guess we can nuke a bunch of this stuff and then go up and verify that they are actually ending up on the surface. But I need to remove even more of this then, but that's fine. I tried watching Logic tutorial playlist and I felt dumb by like episode 3. That's unfortunate. The thing is, you need like the core understanding is just hindered by things like quasi-connectivity. Well, it seems to be definitely going out there at least, so that's good. I suppose let's go out and check. Do I have a good way to come back up here? I guess I don't, but we'll figure that out. I definitely want access to the top of the thing. But hey, look, it's raining on Mindcrack. That looks good. A bunch of stuff bouncing around out there. Definitely need to build access to this and like a pickup system and stuff, but for now, it'll do. Actually, it's soon nighttime. Maybe we sleep away the rain. Gonna need another stone chest here soon. Not like I don't have like shulkers full of stone already, but whatever. Let's put this where I thought it was reasonable to have them, next to the vines. Alright. Let's get rid of the ores. Where do I have my ores? There. Okay. Gravel. There. Also, get water back into this. Maybe the best thing to do is to dig in from the staircase, where the ceiling will end up be, the glass ceiling of this thing, so that I can then walk on top of it. Also, this whole thing. I don't know where the current level of the ceiling is, but we can dig in from here, I suppose. Perfect. How is this? I'm gonna dig into the stupid water column there again. Right, that's the old drop shaft from when I dug down here originally. I will definitely need to take this layer away, so I guess I'll just do that. The problem is a lot of redstone tutorials are also very specific. It's like, it's not a tutorial about redstone. It's a tutorial about how to build a specific thing. And of course, for many of the things, the most effective thing like that is a complicated thing that, you know, somebody has designed that is already including a bunch of understanding about those mechanics and whatnot. There's some great videos on circuits and components and how to put it all together. Yeah, I know Mumbo has a good, like, I don't know how much of that series is still like reasonable, but he has one where he goes through like the core components of redstone. It's pretty good. It's a long while since I looked at it now, but... And you know, I don't remember all that stuff by heart either. You know, I'll go look up. Oh, I forgot how to make a fader clock. Let's go look that up. I know it exists, right? I've used them before. God damn it. Like the double hopper clock thing that I'm about to build here too is definitely a thing that I do not remember how to build off the top of my head. I know roughly. Can I please reach this one last block? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe should I go up and pick up all those blocks? I have so much stone. I really should not. I should not need it anymore. Silly of me to think I wouldn't need all of them. Just convert all of them right away. These are about to run out too. Found the one by Mambo this morning and saved it for later. How good we were talking about that one in particular. You know what? I kind of want these out here and these here. A rug light. Another one of these. They're really annoying to place sideways like that. Unless you have that already, I suppose. Can't reach anything in there. Ultimately, I think same here. A lot of things, like it's same with building and stuff, right? So you learn a lot of techniques and whatever the more you do it. And it's very easy to get intimidated by people who are really good at it. And then you end up doing nothing if you let that get to you and you let yourself get intimidated. Okay. We are on top of the thing. An Oni raid. Thank you so much. Welcome in, folks. Cheers.
Yay.
Hope you had a fantastic stream today. And welcome to Mindcrack SMP, where I'm currently working on this. We're mostly decorating it, to be honest, but I'm currently working on this amethyst farm. I might actually go pick up those blocks. So what is left is we need to make our way all the way up to the full like extent of the height of it, put a glass ceiling on top so we can look down. They look so nice and bouncy here. And then we need to wire up dispensers in the ceiling to pour down water, which the idea is the water is supposed to wash away the amethyst crystals that get stuck on top of some of the pistons and stuff. You boy. We are running out of space quickly here. Apparently not mining any granite. Which is interesting. This redstone away for now. Okay, that's probably good. What were you up to today? And if you need to raid and run, that's all absolutely fine. Very much understand that kind of situation. Happens the whole time. Where was my entrance? Here. So I need another, I think, full layer of this. And then what is here now, solid, is going to be our actual ceiling layer. I need a space in between the slime block and the glass. Maybe the glass can be... But I do think I wanted the dispensers one up here. That's going to be really annoying. So this we're going to replace with glass. And that's going to be the actual ceiling of the place. Which I guess means the first thing I need to do is dig this out. And you know what? Probably 2 layers above it. Because I need to be able to walk there. And I think the best way to do that is to get on top of it first and just dig those 2 layers out first. Because then it's going to be tough to reach. Now the problem is I have no idea the size of the thing. I do actually know the size of the thing though. It should be 13 from this block, which is out here and here. 13, it's 11 by 11 plus the walls. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I tearing out this? I might need it on the other side, but not here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A little bit of temporary light, maybe? Right. Yes, never mind. Start by washing away temporary light. How's the prettification going? Pretty good, I think. Starting to get pretty happy with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello? What's this now? Oh! This? This is a room I've just been digging out because I needed to just dig stone. Interesting that we knocked into that. I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we'll hit that if we go sideways here. Which is pretty good. It's up to a couple of more blocks. We might extend that. Okay. So let's do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. Dangerous. Folks, we're coming up on some ads here. What do we do with that? I don't really burn ads right after a raid, ideally. Maybe, mods, maybe we use 1 snooze here. At many of these rooms. Generally, once I get to the point where I have a silk touch pick, I just do enough digging that I will never need stone. Generally, what happens I start running out of cobblestone instead. But this happened early when I still just hadn't done so much digging. Actually might have needed cobble. It's materials that I tend to just get tons of eventually. But at the very beginning of the game, when you start, if you go into a server like this, like me, you know, I went from very early game to making mega projects very quickly. Then it's just you need a bunch of stuff that you just can't get reasonably that way. The cobble debt is real. Yeah, cobble starts becoming a problem once you get Silk Touch. And then what I've done, once I figured out this stack of farms in a chunk thing, is I've gone down and just mined out stone around that area because I figured eventually I'll want to put farms down there. I do, yes, I do collect all the blocks. That's true. I think what we do now is we take away the blocks that are right above the rim, like the edge, except... Well, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and just fix this, I guess, but... Right. This doesn't matter, because that's the corner. These two are supposed to be bricks. Let's just spill some water. And then this is supposed to be one of these. Spill some more water. That didn't even spill that badly. Nice. And I guess we'll end there and go the other way. I think that's... Yeah, this frog light here. Wait, okay, no, I was wrong. It was supposed to be frog light there then. Wait. Where? There. Being silly. There. You know what? Maybe we do this from above instead. Not those. Salt. Oh my goodness. It is a raid city today. Mods, we need to burn another one of them. them snoozes. Thank you so much, Fedron. Thank you very much. Welcome in, folks. And I hope you had a fantastic... I'm sorry, what? That's like the 4th raid in a row. I think we're burning all of the snoozes here.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the raids, plural. And welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Mindcrack SMP.
Yay.
Appreciate having you here. I hope both of you had fantastic streams today. Right, I was digging this away. Welcome. We are decorating and finishing up this amethyst farm. I'm quite liking the way this design is turning out. That's what's going on right now. This is underneath. It's kind of an accident I discovered this. Over here, there's a chunk loader down here somewhere. And way up there is a whole bunch of farms that I've put in one big chunk. So I'm chunk loading a bunch of farms that I am getting stuff from constantly, even if I'm not online. And this geo just happened to be on the border of that chunk. I discovered it when I dug down to make the... Actually, it's... not that. It's that hole is where I dug down to make the chunk loader. And there's just... Oh, hello, geode. What were you both up to? Hope you had great streams today. Let's go up and look, actually. Bonk. And thank you for the follows, everybody. I'm sorry I haven't read everybody's names out. Who's on? Kev is on. Come save K. I think we're good to sleep this away. Yo. Aaron. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome aboard. We are on the countdown for some Twitch ads here also. I have to run them every hour. Yeah, this is the stack of farms. And here's where currently just everything just pops out in the middle of the ocean. The output from the amethyst farm. We'll make some collection system here. Did you ever mention why you're using a portal loader for this chunk rather than a pearl one? Kind of using... Oh, this pearl died too. I had a pearl there. Kind of using both, but I wanted to be loaded, chunk loaded when I'm offline, not just when I'm not here. And the pearl will despawn with me when I log off. So that's the simple reason why. But yes, this is a slow iron farm, and it's still just giving me just tons of stuff. You're checking out, let's see. Nuke was jumped back on my hardcore after over a month. Oh, nice feeling to be back, eh? So like this is slow, but it's still already filled up all of the colors of wool. This is one sheep of each color. I've got filled chests with blocks of bamboo, plus just bamboo and sugarcane. Like the farms do not need to be fast. They're just... Oh yeah, also, is all the crops. And these, I have 2 farms here for my moss and pale moss. They're full. But so I've designed these so that when they're full, all of the overflow gets composted and then compacted into bone blocks, which is now over 2 double chests per farm of bone blocks. So I think I have something in total like 5 double chests of bone blocks at this point. So like you don't need a super efficient farm for yeah, almost 5 double chests I think. Just have them going all the time, and the same will go for this amethyst farm. The fact is, it's almost a little bit of a blessing that geode wasn't very good, because it would just have taken much longer to make the setup if it had been good. I need more blocks, so let's not go down before we have that. And Fedron was checking out Hightail early game with Arma. Nice. What do you think? We'll do that. Be good. Maybe I'll grab some more glass. 2 stacks of calcite was good enough for the bottom... Here, right? Yes. It's good enough for the bottom. So 2 stacks of glass should be good enough for the top. Maybe it's not actually, because yeah, maybe it is. I was thinking if I'm putting more glass, then I'm putting calcite on the bottom, but I'm actually keeping a rim of the current design and then glass in the middle. Plus some dispensers. Do I have dispensers, actually? 7. Should be good enough. Also have enough water buckets. Haven't decided if I want to work on the sewers or map array tomorrow. Nice. Both big projects. Hold on. I need to go in here, I guess. Yeah, we need to nuke this stuff. There. And then we continue. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which way we continue here. That's okay. So this goes up here. Those... I need the right things on my bar. This is the last row we're doing. That was interesting. Why did I jump off there? Guess I dropped I might have dropped the shift key for a second there, or for just like a tiny bit. That is not where I meant it. And then everything in here is going to become glass, except a few dispensers that I'm going to need to figure out where they go. And they're going to be an absolute pain to place, but that's just how things go. Probably want like one here and one there or something. Definitely one. Maybe I should try to place them now, actually. Now, well, I still have this here. The dispensers. So, one kind of feels kind of likely that something gets stuck on here. Oh no, it's not gonna... I need to place them from underneath. That seems quite reasonable. There. And then almost certainly... that smashes in there. That's not going to be very helpful. Wait. Wait. Which way is this stuff pushing? That is pushing this way. Isn't this going to connect with this piston? And get pulled back? Or even get stuck? I guess it doesn't get stuck because it's extended. And it doesn't... Okay. That kind of work. And it's being extended by the same thing. Otherwise, I think we might get stuck on push limit on this thing. This seems like a potential place where stuff would get stuck. Let's do one there. Otherwise, I don't see too much bad stuff here. There's this stuff here. So basically, the thing I'm doing now is I'm trying to put a few dispensers of water up here, because the thing that happens when you activate a farm of this style, it's quite spectacular. It's best viewed in slow-mo from a flashback or replay shot. But these things absolutely go flying. And so they end up, God knows wherever. On top of other pistons, on top of slime blocks, whatever. So in order to try to get as many of them as possible, I'm trying to flush them with some water streams that go falling down here. But it's hard to know exactly where these things end up. And this setup is honestly not that bad. It's down there maybe. Like past these things. But that's mostly like underneath this stuff. Maybe I want a water stream to like fall perfectly through here between these two. I don't hate that. Might as well. So these two. And then that one is there. And then the question is, do I want one like over here? You know what? Might as well. Probably what I should do is I should fire this once and then just see where stuff ends up. Of course, it's not, you know, fully deterministic because there's randomness in all of this. But once I have the walls fully up, I can just... Actually, it's probably fine. Simple, just tick rate 1 the server. Everybody will appreciate that. Sure. Supposed to be frog light there. Am I out of the polished basalt? I think I might be. Do 1 stack. Frog light. This. Right? Yes. Another frog light. These. Cover that up. Alright, now we can't avoid them anymore.
Coming in right for the YOLO moment. This is gonna be fun. D.
We have ads coming, folks. I do not want people to miss this. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this up, keep working on this. And then we'll wait until after the ads have finished when we're back to actually do the first test trigger here, because it really is like kind of a once off because they grow so slowly. So we'll wire it up properly so that we can do it from the top with the glass ceiling in place rather than having people miss it. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good now. I think what I'll do is we'll keep going through this ad break. If you don't want the ads, you can sub to the channel or you can use Twitch Turbo. I'd prefer if I didn't have to run ads, but it's Twitch's desire, not mine. And so if we don't run them, people get pre-roll ads instead, which would suck. So we will just run the ads and let Twitch have its merry way. It'll be 3 minutes, I believe it is. Where's my glass? It's in here. Put away some stuff while we can. I am missing my connected textures with this kind of stuff. Maybe it would be worthwhile installing some connected texture mod or whatever. It's good enough for this, I suppose, but still. It's so weird. Weird looking. And I don't remember what I did. I think what I might have done is just pour the water out and then let it be on a quite long... It needs to go away. Well, no, maybe it doesn't. I know a bunch of people use like just water, fill an entire geode space with water. So I guess that means the crystals grow even if there's water in that space. So strictly speaking, I don't even need to do this. I could just leave it. But yeah. You want to be extra and simulate the scenario? You could still touch some fully grown crystals, stick them on the budding blocks, and fire the system again. Well, then I'd need to wait for the ability to silk touch them first. But I think we don't need much of this water. I think I'll just make a timer for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds, and then we'll turn them back off. Okay, that's it. Now we need the wiring, and the clock for it. I guess I will remove some of this stuff because I will need to pull up or down a wire through here. This is where all the other wiring is. Just visit a couple of amethysts all over the server, no time wasted at all. Oh, totally. Sounds great. And I think at this point, I can probably turn the the high contrast block outlines off. Okay, so there's our current wires. The current trigger is just this lever, but now I can't see anything if I pull it from here, so probably want to wire up something there. But then also, I wanted entrance to this thing from somewhere here. Lost track of where. Here is my... That's wiring. Or leftovers. What block is this? Yeah, I need to get in here somehow. On the right height. Hello? Now I feel like I'm going too high. Very much too high. Okay. This is 23 is where I need to go. I mean, I guess I could also just use this because I have this already. Let's carve away one layer. And then we have access. That's way simpler. Just do something else with this space later. I guess I still need to make the redstone, the double hopper clock thing. The super long-term clock, long period clock. So that could go here also. I guess to begin with, should wire up. Okay, so this, we should pull this the other way, because the most reasonable way to connect this is going to be from there. Okay, this is the first thing. Oh, great, I don't have. So there, it comes in from here. Now I do need my redstone. It's like this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also goes down here and then back up here. Okay, that's quite long. So yeah, that's annoying. Is there any reasonable place to stick a repeater in here? I was going to do a repeater here, and maybe that's good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 3, 4, 5. This should be good enough. I think that's good enough. Yeah, I don't know about the sort of hows and whys of Twitch Turbo. For a while, it seemed like they were discontinuing the thing. They were really hiding it, but... That is absolutely great. And it does kind of... it works the same way as YouTube Premium does from a content creator point of view. So if you are subscribed with... Well, if you have Twitch Turbo and ads go on a channel, then I would get a portion of the premium or the Turbo fee or whatever. So it's really a great thing, but they do indeed hide it quite well. So now the repeaters here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I should just continue going up here instead, because I very much need to go up. 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 repeater, yes. Let me up. Okay, so from here, I think I should be able to trigger this with a lever. My YouTube ads are either for scams or hour-long podcasts. Wow. Oh. All right, we ready to see this? I might actually even do this. Now, we haven't wired up the water yet. That's on purpose. I kind of want it to... And also, I might go grab all the items up there. I started, yeah. Kind of just want to see what happens, how many shards get stuck. Okay, there are no items. They've despawned. That's okay. just want it to be kind of empty when we start. There are probably some items that have fallen into the farm here. I guess that's fine. Are there any wrong way repeaters extending the signal in the way? There shouldn't be, because the start was here before. So it went down here and it went this way. But then it went up here. But that is the only repeater I've been putting in now. So everything else should be fine. There was a repeater here. So I think we are good. Yeah, this is such a fun moment with these farms because stuff really just goes flying. I even think I might want to do this. Just to be able to have this sort of in a good position over here. See as much as possible. Sadly, it does really, it's very quick. But in slow-mo, it looks fantastic. All right. It's nice with the sounds. Okay, so this didn't trigger. There's something stuck on the lip of this piston. I think it might dislodge when it's free. There's something here. This will retract with the honey and then be stuck here. So we might want another dispenser here. That seems reasonable, actually. And then, for some reason, this thing didn't trigger, which is unexpected. It might be a signal strength issue. Let's do this. There. Dramatic music, that's true. And I'm gonna keep it extended for a little while I fall down and run around and through the side. That's literally one off. Alrighty. Repeater it is. Clong. Such a good sound. I'm decently sure that sound did not exist last time I built a farm like this. Alright, so now that is all extended. That is stuff stuck there. Let's retract all of them. So there's one here. There really isn't much stuck. There's one on there. That should be flushed by that one. Okay. Let's go pick up these things. See how much we got, because that was pretty much a full harvest of the thing. $62. So we'll get a stack for each harvest. I mean, that'll add up. If that's loaded all the time. Like, what do we say? It was like 3 hours or something is a good period. So how many? I had 7 dispensers and now I have 1. Math Genius says I've probably used 6. So I will need 6 water buckets for this. Which I do not believe I have. Let's get some more. Be nice if I have any kind of buckets afterwards also. Limes 11. Very nice. Oh. Right, I do need to actually go this way this time. All right, so I think this one doesn't have any. And that might be the only one. Yeah, so we need one more. I still have 2 in there, which is good because then I still have infinite water. I do want kind of 1 on me, but I guess I will just make another one later. I think I actually, at some point I had empty buckets in here, but I guess that was before I lost the previous iteration of that. Once 2 of them create an infinite source? Are you saying these ones, or? Like, they can't create an infinite source if they're flowing down. But I could make an infinite source out of the buckets myself, for sure. And that's kind of why I always carry 2. Why I always have two water buckets in my ender chest. Make sure I always have infinite water. So what needs to happen now is these need to be triggered to dispense the water. They need to wait a bunch, a delay, and then they need to be triggered again. So that's what we need to set up a circuit for. And then all of this, well, that needs to be triggered off of the same thing as this. Oh, frog light. I was like, why was there a slime sound? And then all of this needs to be triggered by a very, very, very long clock. Which we might as well put over here, actually, because we have nothing else here. So just mine out this so it's all nice and flat. Ish. And then we'll put the mechanism for this up here. Because down there's my chunk loader already, so there's already a bunch of redstone down there. It would be nice to not have them more mixed, because they're already quite close now. Oh, hi. Nice. I guess. Timing / triggering / pulsing, where the complexity really comes in for redstone. Yeah, I suppose. So probably this goes down. No, we don't need this anymore. Actually, I'm going to replace some of this with stone bricks. I put all my redstone on stone bricks. That way I know when if I'm ever digging up into this from below and I encounter the stone bricks, then I'll know that I should stop. Otherwise I'll break something. So this is where we trigger down there. And then this we can do for triggering these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There. I absolutely 100% need this shulker placed. I need... Am I out of... No. 3 sticky pistons. That is not enough. Do I have? Yeah, I do. 1 more slime ball, please. 1 more piston. 4 sticky pistons. 4 hoppers. Redstone torches. My goodness. Can I get rid of something here? That stacks. Nice. Got 1 polished stuff in here. Great. That stacks. Sweet. And we don't need the lever anymore. Does he read chat? No. But I appreciate that you tried to scam me. That's very good. Sure that you will totally not find out why that was an incredibly stupid idea if you stick around for a bit. So this needs to be triggered with something that then has a bunch of delay and then triggers again. So that is, we do this and then just put a bunch of repeaters feeding into this. Should be good. Okay, can I join? Yes, like trying to scam somebody is actually like that's the best way to then get invited to their game. Establish dominance, you know? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 seconds, right? So if we pulse in here when at the same time, this is actually quite poorly aligned because we're going to have the same signal lagoon here. Press Alt F4, it makes streamers believe you. Oh, it's a cat scam. Ellie is gone somewhere else today, and I only have the one now. I do not know. I think this is also quite out of signal strength. Yeah, you know what? We might as well do this, I suppose. What I'm thinking, if we turn this entire thing around here, should have enough space for that. Maybe I don't. Just let it go. He 100% does not know. He just 100% does not know at all. That should be obvious. Should have grabbed popcorn. Yeah. What if we do? No, I do need. Could do this, I guess. Do you read chat? Nice. Yeah, this works, right? We put a bunch of delays on here. Oops. One more there. So this is all so that this delayed signal doesn't feed back in and create a loop here. This is now unnecessary. This, strictly speaking, doesn't need to be super long. It just needs to be long enough for the water to, like, flush away stuff. There might not be a cat, but it's a very nice shelf. I mean, it's it's the top of a sauna. It's not even a shelf. So there's a bunch of, like, wiring and stuff up there. But of course, that's where the cat chooses to sleep, right? Oh my goodness. I didn't try to scam you. I only told you to do a thing that unexpectedly changes your language. Oh boy. Hold on. Way behind those stuff. So far behind. Who was that? I missed. Oh no, that's just a sorting. Mecky Moose. Thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for 11 months of support. I appreciate that. My event tracker is on all kinds of bonkers from all the events. Appreciate that. This is a couple of seconds. Should it be okay? Like, I don't think that the water needs to be there for a long time. It just kind of needs to flush through the entire thing. It needs to be there long enough to not instantly go away, because if you undispense them quickly enough, then the water just kind of evaporates rather than flowing at all. So this is where we need to get an output from our very, very long period dispense hopper clock, which I'm going to set up, and maybe I can figure this one out by myself, but I do not remember. I know the principle of it, but I do not remember the exact setup. I do not have comparators. Can I get rid of something else? No. Ah, some andesite. Very good. So it's basically a normal kind of very classic hopper clock setup. But instead of the redstone block up here, no. Well, I mean, that happened. So that worked. It might be this. So basic. That doesn't work either. Hold on. Stupid. Give me those. We're just trying out the flushing system repeatedly, okay? I knew that was going to happen. Basically the point. The point is this. Normal hopper clock is this, right? So this redstone block is preventing this hopper from pushing items out, but this one is still running. So this will run, put all of its items in there. That's really bad. This is one block off. I need to move it all. Yep. Can't get rid of it. Or whatever. So every tick, every hopper tick, whatever, this hopper will take one item and put it in there. Once this has no items anymore, there's no power in the comparator, this turns off, this retracts this piston, which from before that was extended. That pulls the redstone block over to this side, and it now starts doing it the other way. The key to this style, although I do need to move it, I like to move it, is we are also going to lock these hoppers from the side, and we're only going to pulse them once every time another hopper clock runs its whole rotation. Which means it'll be extremely slow. So instead of once per hopper tick, it will be once per an entire other clock. That's the principle behind this very long period clock. And so it's like the period of the clock is the period of the two multiplied. And the reason we needed this moved back is because we want this actually yeah, no, sorry. So we want a... It's not what I meant to do. I keep doing that whenever I'm trying to move bundles around my inventory. We want a redstone torch on here. That will be off whenever there's something here. So the only time when this torch will turn on is when this is empty. Thank you, mods. Don't know what's up today. Because it's got large enough to attract a bunch of stuff. Now that I think about it, we might want to move it even further and have a pulse limiter on this though. Because that will... Because this only ticks once per period of the other hopper clock, it's actually going to be a very long signal. So the full moon, it might be. So let's build it from that. Let's build it from the back instead, if that makes sense. And now we have a screaming cat outside. Of course I can't pick that up. Move you back here. My goodness. So much garbage. This can go in here, and then we can put another full stack of something away. Give me a moment to pick up this cat. Hi, friend. He got food right before the start of the stream, so it's definitely not being hungry today. You just want attention. You want to be the star of the stream. Is that it? Yeah. My prediction for a new head of Minecraft Vanilla is Minecraft Java Edition will be fully discontinued in February 2027 after 15-year life cycle at the release of Minecraft 27.0 Bedrock. It's a bold prediction. Let's see if it pans out. I think what I'm going to do is actually grab another shulker because this inventory is being very silly now.
Hello, I've been trying to reach you about the extended secret warranty in your crafting inventory.
Okay. Sure. Sure, there are no selling of anything involved in this one. I don't need the decorative blocks anymore, but I do kind of need these. No, Sebit, no. Don't go out and yell again. Okay? We've done enough yelling now. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yes. You can be here and you can be chill. Here. Yeah. Show your pretty little nose on stream. Oh my goodness, what am I doing now? You sat down on my mouse. What did you do? Okay. All right. Thank you, Seba. Very good. I need another sticky piston for this. I should just make all of the pistons into sticky, to be honest. Because I will need a bunch of... Seba. Come on. There. Stay put, friendo. Sitting on keyboard instead? Sure. Okay. What if I move this out of the way? Should have muted that. Sorry. Hello. We okay now? You got more space? Yeah. Maybe we brush you a little bit? Are you happy? Oop. Brush the microphone too. Seba will not shout out anyone. Seba will shout out all the time though. Meow. Not sure if you're hearing that. It might be filtered away. Okay. Anyway. Pulse limiter there. Which means output here. That's not going to work. Can put it... No, I was going to say sideways. Okay, well... He left. It's gonna go screaming again. So if we're talking about redstone circuits and what they do, the way this one works is a pulse limiter. This piston down here is It's going to get powered when I place the redstone dust here. So this block gets powered. This repeater gets powered, but then the piston pushes up and there's nothing to power this repeater anymore. So the only thing we get is this two repeater tick pulse instead of it just being on all the time. I actually harvested something. And that thing that we talked about as potentially getting stuck is 100% stuck. Okay. Yeah, this sticky piston is detached from its slime. What do we do here? Maybe the best thing to do is like drop down on some of this wiring and dig in from the side. Is the piston powered through quasi-connectivity there, or how does it work? Possibly. It's being powered because the block in front, like next to it, I guess, is hard powered in this case. It's this thing. And I think the problem might be here. I mean, this is certainly a problem. And take that away. Let's place this. Can I open it? Well, I can. I just end up falling through it. Whoa, boy. Okay. There we go. I got a lever. If we now power this thing and then depower it, it does pull back. However, we have now lost something. Something that was very dear to us. And that is the fact that this stuff is no longer being pulled or pushed at all. Which means we're not able to harvest stuff. So we had lime blocks going across there. Probably need to use honey blocks now then. I need to figure out how to... I cannot do it from below. This thing is being pulled in by that. What if we just had this? And then that. That will go in under here. This will push this whole thing out. And then we can put another... We put another fence gate here. And that will break this thing. Although I don't have any fence gates. Wonder, I guess I put them back upstairs. That's unfortunate. Do I have any access to any kind of... I have a this, whatever. We'll go get one. Sucks, but... I came in here somewhere? Oh, there. All this stuff for one bamboo fence gate. Yeah, he's good at meowing like in different directions that aren't near the microphone. I was thinking they would be in here. Where did I put them? Here. Okay. Guess we'll grab the stack. Actually, what's this in here? This is extremely dramatic music for what's going on right now. Get cherry fence gate instead. This is just a redstone component at this point. I using bamboo because I have infinite bamboo. All right, so we need to go back here, go back up here, get ourselves up here. We want this placed here. Open, please. That should be good enough. So this stuff will push in here, power all of these things. This will push in here, break this. This should... There's a slime block underneath this, yes? Yeah. So that will push in here, power this. This will push in this one thing here, which shouldn't get stuck to anything else. All of this will be pushed in there. Is that a problem? Why the fence on the side of the budding block? That's a good point. It's in the wrong place. It's there because it got stuck there. It's supposed to look like this. And that's better because now there's nothing that can get stuck to this. The other alternative would have been to make this a regular piston, move it ahead by 1, and then make this a redstone block instead. But I'm happy with this, I think. Should be fine. Bling. All right. Let's try to get out of this and then maybe test fire the thing again. Actually, might just want to fully put it there. Then we should be able to... Actually, no, we'll break that. And then we'll trigger it and let it be on, which should extend all of them. I just don't want all the water to trigger. And then we can look at that they all do the right thing before we retract them again. So that definitely did the right thing. This moved again. Yes. All of these extended. All this is extended. This all looks good, I think. And then the big question is, does it turn off cleanly? Yes. It does seem to have... Yeah. That looks good. Fixed it. Thank you for that note, Son of Ralph. I think I might completely screw that up otherwise. Okay, let's set this up again. This is our slow hopper clock. Maybe I can figure this out by myself. That's right, okay. Piston, piston, redstone block. This can be made extremely slow, by the way. This type of hopper clock. I don't remember the exact maximum, but it can absolutely be very slow. And generally, the output here is what is the... The only thing I'm thinking about, I could use two target blocks here, and then pull a redstone wire past this. From here. Oops. This is certainly not how it was made last time I looked at one of these, but it's fine. I guess you might also use repeaters in there. Well, it's not the basic circuit here is called an Ethonian red hopper clock. Yes, the thing I'm going to be adding to it now definitely is not. And I guess We put this here. Same thing again, but this time instead, this is going to go out there. So now these are both locked. So I can put a bunch of stuff in here. That extends. But nothing happens. They don't move in either direction. And that is because it's being locked by this currently. And so, well, the big question, I guess, if I just do that and this, are these also locked? No, they're not. Cool. Good. Although I do want to place all of this. Oops. Oh, silly. There. Comparator. Piston. Redstone lock. Now, let's just put like 10 in here. So this clock is now got a period of 10 items. That is... Oh. Ah. That's being interfered with by that. That's annoying. This is how it's supposed to work. So is this an extension to the clock to lock the first one for a certain time? Yeah, it's basically a way to make them to make one clock only tick over once per period of this. So the thing I don't want is redstone wire on top of these, because they are obviously going to get powered by this, so I can't do that. Would it be fine to do this? No. We only... Yeah. This only blinks once. Alright, let's see what happens here. Wait. I want the opposite, really. So the best thing to do would be to take that out of there. I'm sure when I did this before, well, I'm not sure actually, that these were right next to each other. But I'm actually not sure at all about that. But again, it's fun to figure this stuff out yourself instead of just building off of a blueprint. So that just doesn't work though. I could do this, but this signal strength matters here. This is going to turn off before this does. Why? Oh, this is dependent on being directional that way. Okay. I mean, another way to do this, even though it's a little silly, is to do something like take a signal out of here. But there's too much delay in that. I feel like this would be easy to fix if I move this. I can either move it away or shift it over a little bit. The best thing to do would be to move it so that one of these blocks is here. So why not do that? Well, probably because there's stuff in the way, but maybe we can get away with that. The silly part is I have space in this direction, so maybe I should move all of this over. Yeah, so now it's just running normally. target block won't work for redirection. Maybe I'm not seeing the issue here, though. The issue wasn't the redirection. The issue is this thing, getting the signal from this into those target blocks the way it was set up. But basically, these two need to be powered. They need to be powered from this side. And powering them from this side, the way I have this set up, interferes a bunch with this. So basically I need this. And the ideal here is that that is one of the end blocks, because then I can just power it. Because it has the right signal there already. But that means... Ooh! This signal's too fast. That's not great. That seems to have worked. So I don't know if this stuff, because this gets powered, right? So you have this and this. It's gonna lock a hopper for a moment when that get powered. That's annoying. Let's try this another way. Let's just turn this thing. I think that's fine. Comparator. Need to block. That's already on there. Sticky piston. Some block. This is certainly not how it was done last time I saw it, but I figured this out myself, so I'm happy about it. Let's do this again. So let's see. As soon as I put some items in here, let's do 10 items again, just for the sake of it. This will turn on. That will lock these hoppers. So now nothing is happening here. And ideally, one item moves. One item moved. So this thing is now extremely slow. Even just with this setup, with one stack of items in here and 10 items in here, it's like this thing had 10 stacks of items. And so I don't know exactly what the timing is. And at this point, I'm actually going to look up the circuit because I do not care for figuring out the delay, because I know there was a calculation for the delay here. Clocks. Vaguely remember one of the pistons not being sticky in the past. I think that's because when you make one of these, that is a delay, not a clock. So removing the stickiness of one of the pistons will stop it from cycling by itself. Long period clocks. Clock multiplier, repeaters, no. Surely this is... It's not on the Minecraft wiki? Okay, never mind then. Hopper clocks. Multiplier hopper. That's a hopper dropper clock. Interesting. So they don't have this. I mean, a dropper clock for the second one would also work. I'm liking this though. Let's see. Well, like the hopper speed will determine this, right? So multiple items, etho hopper clock. Period is, oh my goodness. Number of items -1 times 8 plus 2. All of that times 2 game ticks. I made a hopper dropper clock once, yeah. Okay, well, anyway, let's, it would be nice to do this the other way, right? Let's just look, 64. I believe you just multiply the number of items, basically. But I guess you can multiply the periods for sure. So 64 items gives you 1012 game ticks of delay, which is about 50 seconds. So if I put a stack in each, then it would tick. Actually, that's not quite. If I put a stack in the 50.6 seconds, and then that times the amount of items in the other one, because each round of the clock triggers one item. So then put another item in that, another stack in that clock, we get 64 times that. So that is 3,238 seconds, apparently, which is 54 minutes-ish. So probably the key is more items in this. Like I wanted about 3 hours, I think. That seems to indicate that we should have 3 stacks in here. Or a little more. I took these away. Okay. Put down the other one then. And 22 more. Sure. When I did this on Legacy, I had some form of calculator that we calculated exactly how much. I do not know. This seems good enough, though. This should be around 3 hours, and it should mean that these have plenty of time to grow. And if that is correct, then we have one thing left to do, and that is to pull the tube of the items here all the way to the top, instead of just ending in the middle of the ocean and making some a little bit of a collection system that leads into a chest or a few chests up there. And apparently we're having ads again. I guess we just have to eat those. We can't really skip them. Hold on. Hey, look, it's raining on Mindcrack. What a shock. My glass in here, right? Apparently not. Let's stick it away here. No, okay. Huh? Okay. 12 glass. Is that enough? Might be enough. Might want to build the thing out of glass too, the tube. Let's take a few. So the reason this walkway is out of glass here is iron golems don't spawn on it. So it's a nice thing to have around here, because otherwise they would start spawning. So it's right here. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Sure. Oh, I can sleep away the rain now. Nice. Please. Also, that's right. I put a bunch of frog lights in there, because apparently drowned can spawn in bubble columns. So I got teleported onto a drowned from my ender pearl in that stasis chamber. That was a bit of a shock. Give me a moment. I guess we take this break, folks. I'll be right back. Dude! Okay, fine. That should be safe. What, is there a creeper spawner up here or what? Did I see another one? No. And it actually ate my crafting table. Yeah, it's gone. Screw you. That's just rude. Can I literally not make any other thing? I can make the rails. That's just so rude. Come on.
There's always another creeper.
This appears to be the rule, yes. Yo, 21 months. Thank you, Club. That means a lot. I don't care about jumping up and down there. That's... I've got nothing, including the fact that I don't have a crafting table because, you know, told you.
Rebind to walk forwards to control plus shift plus craft jukebox and play pig step.
We're not doing that challenge anymore, but thank you for the bits, man. Whoa!
This is such a good place to play pig step.
How? Isn't that just poison?
See? You needed to craft the jukebox and play pig step.
I have failed you, chat. You know what? You get the food. Oh my god, what? They are all hungry boys at night. Just ignore the leaves. All right, folks, we're back. Star of the show is back. Back from his break out there, screaming a little bit at everybody. Yeah. Have a good time here, hey? Okay, this is my life now. He's 100% going to try to leave and go scream again. Now I've even closed the door to the studio, so he can't. Yep, you're caught. You try to sit there for a while? Yeah, sit in the keyboard. That's nice. Best place. All right, what am I... Yawn. Cat movements on... there. What was I doing? We were setting up a collection system is what we were doing. I'm gonna help with that. I don't think we need much here, but it would be nice to have like a couple of chests space. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to go a little higher here. Maybe do that. I have a chest in here, I think. Yes, I do. Well, not that way. This way. Thank you. Hoppers, please. There, and then these. Oops. Go out there. And then we cover this over, so items will pop up here, flow out here, into this chest, into this chest. We have 2 chests worth of space. It's fine. What mod shows that you're streaming on the server? Oh, you mean this thing? I do not. It might be a custom thing. Craft something from spawn proofing. I guess it doesn't hurt. The worst case scenario is a drowned spawns in there, gets smashed up against the ceiling, and then the farm harvests, and he picks up a crystal, and thus he's persistent. But I guess we can stick a frog light in there. That's fine, or something. What do I need? I need water, essentially. One would have been sufficient, I suppose, but it's fine. Sometimes, for some reason, the moss farm spits out. It's only the moss farm. It's not the pale moss farm. It spits out some stuff. It's hilarious that it just landed here now, though. Okay, fine. You can be the test item. And that is why we have a ceiling on this thing. And it ends up in here. And I do not want it there. Not the shovels. These and slime balls can go back in there. Oh! Oh, I put the fences in the redstone box already. That's very clever of me, except I didn't remember, so I didn't use it. So I ran around like a crazy person instead. That's great. Well done, Lime. Slime blocks can go in there. 1 target block. I need to make more of them. And that's, well, let's get rid of you. And that's it. We will see tomorrow, I suppose. Well, you won't, but I will. We'll see how well that works. Because I should be harvesting every few hours and therefore give me a bunch of amethysts. I feel like my hardcore world block was a lot longer. I'm not sure why. See it for your friend? Yeah, he's actually being nice now. He was being very annoying a little while ago. Oh, the bucket's back. There, and he's on the desk, yeah. He was very reluctant to be here and ran around screaming outside the studio instead, which was quite annoying. Now he's just chill. So now I have my water bucket back. This could go away. Oh yeah, echo shards. Should make more. We could do... Maybe it's worthwhile putting some recovery compasses at the Save Our Stuff booth, even though I can't... Like, I had intended to put one in every kit first, but that proved to be a little excessive. Where did I put them? Here. Make 2 more. And now I have 5. I want to keep 1 for myself, so I can have 4 recovery compasses that I put somewhere. Go over to spawn. There's one of the stations there for certain. And then there's one, I think at the end the gateway, end the portal. Holy compass as well. It's one of the benefits of... oh, you meant the chest? That's kind of for this system. One of the benefits of having to raid 4 ancient cities for the silence armor trim here is I got a whole lot of shards. Well, it's all they are all bought from villagers. Not that iron is a limited resource for me, but still. Okay. It's a bunch of gear outside the bank. I think that's from JoJo's fight. Where's the... It's up here. So here's SOS, which is... Where's the... Save our stuff. So in here, there are 3 SOS kits. I could, technically speaking, put one in each one of these. But then I wouldn't have space for any over in the other one. Are you leaving again? Silly cat. Now the door is closed, so I'm just gonna stand around there. I mean... The other thought I had was to kind of just do something like this. Could even do this, right? So you can borrow it if you want. Maybe I name these so people know they came from me. Not my own. Yes, meow. We'll do that. I think it's fine. What do we think of Hightail? I did a stream on it. They expressed a bunch of thoughts. So, if you want to know, then I would suggest going and checking out the VOD. I do actually really want to put this away. I do not want something to happen to that. Go find the other station at the end of portal. I think would be good to have a couple there too. I'm always confused by this place. It's up here. It's a little awkward that the portal at spawn leads into the lower end, lower nether rather than up here. It's always up here where I want to go. This is a bunch of work on clearing out the space for a big nether hub also. So it will probably end up quite cool down the line, but yeah, there's a lot of work. Like they've been testing out methods for removing that. We need to be going mostly west, I think. Did that portal might be? I didn't put away my torches. Good. And the portal. Very nice. There it is. Oh, they have more? People expected to die more here, or has one of the kits disappeared from the other? No, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So there were just more kits here. I guess people die more in the end. I mean, some people have died a lot in the end, but they've fallen into the void, so then it doesn't help. It would make more sense if the server had started a few years ago, but not so much with semi-modern portal mechanics. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Also been thinking about whether I should set up a teleporter station there. I'm not sure, actually. I could use another end portal, another stronghold. Just my own thing. But also, I guess, with a new thing, I'm thinking I will probably end up setting it up there. Entering below the roof instead of on the roof. I guess so. With some intent to make like a big nether hub thing, which could be really cool, to be honest.
Hey,
Howdy.
man. Howdy. What you be up to?
I'm kind of wrapping up. I put a bunch of recovery compasses into the save our stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was wondering what this was.
I think
So
this
is
is
this
from
from the
JoJo's
JoJo
event, like kind of leftovers. That's my best guess. There were we were standing around here gearing up and exchanging gear and stuff, and somebody put down the chest for things. I think it's this, and then it just ended up with a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's some good stuff here.
There's some proper gear in
I
here.
would probably put that armor inside of, there.
Yeah, I think these kits are pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's Feather and Armor that made them.
Yeah.
We're called.
Oh my
It's
god,
a
they're
very useful overall kit.
The actual armor is way less good though. But they have wings in here, which is extremely useful.
Yeah, which is why they exist as far as I'm concerned. Like, they were made so that you could theoretically find yourself in the end should you want to after an incident.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just over at the end portal, and the save our stuff kits there are 4. There are only 3 here. There are 4 there. So I guess, yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're expecting.
Of course, it's like if you find soda at the top of the Alps, right?
Yeah.
If
but
you're
on the
hiking,
other hand, I
you know.
feel like most of the deaths that are bad in the end seem to be people falling out into the void. So.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically the idea is you go there to grab a new elytra from somewhere, potentially.
Yeah. Or, you grab 3 and then you fall out of the game with them.
Well, also classic, yeah, which is, the detrimental truth. And we all have to suffer. That's why I still have the one and only that I found. Like, this is original stuff. It's been on me since I got it in the end. And I have not touched anything else. It's the one. Not gonna,
okay, cool.
No extra stuff. And if I die with this one, I suppose that's it.
So I've only lost one. And it was not in the end. It was in the nether.
Oh. Ow.
Oh, my chat just said, I hope Blues is not in chat. I have not mentioned any names here, okay, chat?
Blues had a run. Let's just say that. He had a run.
Yeah, he had several.
Yeah. He was a busy boy that day.
He was, yes. I mean, my first run out there, I went out without wings because I was going to get my own and stuff, and then I ended up dying 10,000 blocks away. I'm not sure that it was...
Wow.
It was better because I didn't fall, like none of the stuff fell into the void, but it was also really far away, and I ended up borrowing wings to go and get them. So these kits are probably pretty good.
Yeah, I feel bad for both of you still. I think that's a reasonable... Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you, I was pondering something while I was watching your stream, because you're working on some machinery of your base, aren't you?
Yeah, I just finished up an amethyst farm.
An amethyst farm? Wow.
Well, mostly because it's there.
Does that mean you have a bunch of calcite on you?
No. I have like 2.5 stacks or something.
No. Well,
I do know the location of a number of calcite veins, though.
I haven't actually. I don't think... It was a long time ago they introduced the veins of calcite, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're in Stony Peaks, I think it is. It's one of the mountain biomes has them. And it's only that
Because I'm going to
biome.
be honest, I think I've encountered one in my lifetime of playing Minecraft, actual calcite vein in vanilla Minecraft without
Right.
it being like modded.
Yeah.
Wow,
They are,
okay, stop, because I need to go and explore some more.
I think I've seen 2 different ones, and I've like taken screenshots of the cords, so I can dig those up at some point.
It's a very magnificent block.
It's very
using
nice.
certain
Yes.
pallets.
And it's quite annoying when you need lots of it.
Yes, it's a nice accent, not a main.
Yep.
Well, glad. Well, I was about to say glad that you're ending Steam. That's not what I meant to say. It's Sunday, you know. We're allowed to completely lose our mind. You know, in Scandinavia, it's like 10. Is it like midnight almost?
Yep.
Brain can power off. What I meant to say, I hope that you had a good stream, and that you're gonna have a fantastic start of your next week.
Thank you very much.
'Cause
And I
think
guess
that's good
I
courtesy.
will wish you a good night.
Yeah, I'm parenting tomorrow. It's gonna be all day me and the boy.
Oh, funny.
That
Sounds like you are not going to get a lot of sleep situation, or?
No, he's 3.5, so it means I'm not gonna get to sit on my ass any seconds for the entire day.
Well, I mean, as long as it's enjoyable.
It comes and goes. I think there's a bit of a hit and miss depending on your mood. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Very much like it's like having a hungry cat in the background, you know, basically. But that cat is also then in your face, climbing on you, and then screaming at you, and then getting more and more and more annoyed, even if you're actually applying their needs.
So, a hungry cat.
Yeah, technically, it just doesn't
That
stop
just
being
sounds
hungry
exactly.
after
All of
being
those
fed.
things sound like my cats still.
But it's like hungry cat. Okay, so now you're hungry. Okay, and now you want to play. Okay, and now you want to do that play. But Dad can't do. I can't lift you. Oh, so you want to remember my feet? Okay, no, fine. I'll let you do that. You know, and then you're gonna punch me now? What did I do wrong? Okay, we're not punching in this family, and now we're having an argument, right? And it just goes around and around and around. Like, absolutely love it. If a cat would do that, I wouldn't have a cat.
I will say nothing.
I'm not an animal person. I've had a cat. I've had a dog.
spend most of my streams fighting my cats.
Well, I've heard that yours is walking on the keyboard somewhere. You know,
he
respects for that.
he likes to sit down on the keyboard.
Oh, mild nuisance.
It's great. He's literally sitting at my door right now because I closed him in here because he went and screamed next to my wife's bed. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head off.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go off as well. I'm jumping off to do some stuff too. So
cool.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Good one.
See you later.
You too, sir.
Oh, that looks absolutely awful in Distant Horizons. Oh my goodness. So bad. All right. Yes, meow. I don't know if you can hear that, but all right. Let's go back home. Left the compasses where they are probably best of use to people. And I think that's going to be it. That took a lot longer than I thought. I thought we would be able to do this. I guess I didn't have fully planned that I would decorate the place up as much as I did. But it's good. Let's go actually, just before we end, look at the state of the clock to see that it's still doing the thing it's supposed to. Oh, actually, yeah, it's all within one chunk. Barely. But it's good. Got a lot of items in this. And 34 items in this. And it's flowing this way. So it's turned around, and once all of these items... This is supposed to have a stack of items. It doesn't. I'm glad I looked at that. It's got 10 items in it, because that's what I put in to test. So it's moving a lot faster than it should. Okay. It's probably actually... maybe not. There's some growth here. That one has grown quite a lot. I was wondering if it's actually triggered ones extra and messed up. The problem with this type of setup is you really need them all to grow fully, because if it pushes before they're ready, they're just wasted and you start over. Well, I'm really happy I looked at that extra. Holy smokes. There's no way there's anything in here though, right? It'd be very interesting to see how this works out if something pops in there like tomorrow. Because it should harvest a couple of times during the night. Which is surprising amount given how slow these farms are. But yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out today. This has been fun. Thank you for anybody who stuck around from all of those raids way back. That's been very appreciated. Trying to find all my windows. Not sure if you can hear. There's meowing going on in the background. Where are we going today? Yo, Mog Swamp's doing a subathon. That's cool. Let's go check out that, shall we? Seems fun. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Next regularly scheduled stream is on Thursday. Unless something special happens and disrupts that or whatever. Otherwise, keep an eye on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna try my very best to get the next episode out as soon as possible. Because I have all of the recordings. I just need to do flashback work and stuff. So thank you. Have a great rest of your day, night, morning, evening, whatever time it is in your time zone. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.